Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There's a website for them. Llewellyn.com is the website. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore in case you're interested in that information. Supportive Oracle Cards, You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marson. M-A-R-S-O-N, Marson. There's a website for them, rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A is an apple, U is an umbrella. If you're interested in that donation, we're not even there. If you're interested in that information, there that is. Okay, why we're racing already? Your Earth, why are we racing? I just did 2 other readings and I didn't have racing information. The energy just kicked up. I feel like I'm going really fast all of a sudden. So, what's going on? A card did push out. I have to see. This card stabbed me in the hand and I pushed it out. Friendship. Do we like this? Yeah, we do. Something's going fast. There's a fast energy here. Because I'm getting you got the 2 of Wands that's the fire card. There's 2 fire cards here. The 2 of Wands and then the 5 of Wands. Something coming in quick. I have to make a quick decision and it's going to cause a fight. This is the fight card. The 5 of Wands. Ironically, we have to fight this out to get peace. Something isn't right. And I feel like something's being calmly talked about and moved on. People aren't dealing with the situation. It's kind of a situation starts bubbling up and then we just kind of simmer it down and it doesn't get dealt with what's causing it to bubble up. I feel like we're heading for an argument. I don't know how this is going to sound, so take it with a grain of salt, but I feel like we need to argue about this. We need to have some pointed comments. We need to call something out and we need to fight it out. And I just feel like you're going to see it you can tell me if I'm wrong. What really pisses Taurus off sometimes is when I know that something's been wrong for a while and I've been trying to address it and people keep ignoring me on it. And I've mentioned it more than once. And it's people are yeah, I know what you're talking about. And then I'm well, if you know what I'm talking about, why do you keep doing it? I feel like that's the energy I'm getting. If I'm telling you what's going on and you say you understand and it keeps going bad, why do you keep doing it? If I keep telling you to stop doing it and you keep doing it, you say you hear me, but then you keep doing it. And this is something I feel like can really piss Taurus off after a while. Kind of you said you understood, yet you still did it. I feel like this is what's going to come in. Kind of wait a minute, you did that again? This can kind of tick. I feel like this is when one of those few moments, because usually it takes a while for Taurus to get angry, but this is this may be a simmering situation, kind of I thought that was okay. It's kind of I told you to lock the door when you left, and you're oh, we lost stuff, somebody stole stuff off the porch again. Well, really? They got through the lock? Oh, I forgot to lock it. And I feel like that's the moment where Taurus would be I told you to lock it. I've told you 50 times. This is your fault. That would set Taurus off. We've talked about this multiple times. And you didn't do what you were supposed to do. That would kind of set Taurus off, I feel. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Because I feel like this is what's coming in. Something quickly is kind of I think this is the quick energy. Something's wait a minute, we were supposed to fix that, and now you're did you just ignore me? That would tick Taurus off. Yeah, because I feel like it just kind of goes off, kind of we've talked about this. I feel like you need to get mad. For some reason, it's almost somebody's not, they don't realize that you have a temper too. Because I feel like you're usually very easy to get along with. And you're just kind of this is the way that goes. This is the way it goes. This is what we do. I feel like this moment, because I don't think it's that bad. But when you come forth with your energy and you kind of have a little bit of a raised tone to it, you make an impact. Because I don't feel like most of you are going to lose your mind and start screaming and yelling all over the place. But to you it might be it comes forward with force, I am not happy, stop doing that. It comes forward very strong. I am not happy. I wasn't happy before, but apparently you're not getting it. Because I feel like they're kind of like looking at you like, oh yeah, the Taurus did say that. Oh yeah, we have had that conversation. Like they need to know that you're getting upset with them. I feel like this pushes it in because things are not changing. The Hanged Man is here, but this isn't right. The Hanged Man should not be here. It's kind of like the Hanged Man energy's been here for a little bit too long. It's kind of getting a little stale. You do it the way you think is right, but you pushing forward your anger a little bit because I don't think it's out of control. I just feel like you're making that impression, like you're ticking me off, knock it off. I feel like they're getting it, and they're getting like, yeah, the Taurus has said this a few times, and now they're getting upset. So if I screw this up again, I don't know. I don't want to see the Taurus getting angrier because like they also seem to realize like if you're starting to get angry now, if they screw this up again, you're just going to be even more angry that time. It's like, you know, if once you're going in a direction, if you're not trusting this person or you're feeling like they're not listening, you may be angry a little bit now. It happens again, you're going to be even more angry then, and it's just going to get worse the more they screw this up. They need to tell you what happened. I feel like they need to explain. I don't think this is going to like get them out of you being upset with them, but it might be one of those things where, okay, listen, if you can't handle, you know, locking the porch when you leave, go out the back door. Don't even go out the front door, because the back door locks automatically. Just don't go out the front door. Walk out the back door from now on. Either that or, you know, I don't know. It's almost like I'll find another way for this to work out. Like if you can't handle locking that door before you leave, maybe you should leave before I do. Maybe I'll take you with me and then drop you off, and it may be 2.5 hours before you have to work, but at least the door will be locked. Like I feel like we're coming up with solutions that are not really solutions, just kind of like messing with this person, kind of like, listen, if you can't handle locking that door, you're going to have to leave when I leave. And if you have to hang out at the mall for 2.5 hours before your shift starts, well, that's too bad for you. At least I know the door is locked because I did it. There's some weird conversations coming out of this because I feel like I'm giving this person options that aren't really options. Kind of like, listen, I have other ways we can do this. You're not going to like them, but we can do that. And I feel like they're understanding, like, you're not kidding completely. Like, they're taking you like you're serious. And I feel like you're even questioning, like, am I serious about that? Like, do I want to just take away their house key, make them leave when I leave, and just, like, they can't come home until I tell them, until I'm ready to come home? It seems like it's not really a viable option, but it's kind of like, well, if that's what it takes to keep our stuff safe, maybe that's what it'll do. There's weird conversations. It's almost like I don't really think I'd do that, but maybe I will kind of energy. Kind of like, it doesn't seem like it's an actual solution, but it's kind of like, but maybe it is. Like, it's one of those things. It's weird conversations. It's kind of funny to me, but you're not amused. But you're like, hey, we can do it the hard way. That's how we can do it. Because you're coming up with other solutions, and they're like, are you serious? Like, are you serious? Because you're not really amused with them, because it's almost like, that doesn't sound like a great option, but it looks like the Taurus might be literally considering that. I don't know. You're trying to make the impression that you're not happy and there's other ways to do things. Ironically, if you get a little bit upset, I mean, you don't have to be throwing dishes around the house. Don't get me wrong, but your tone is raised. You're very direct. I feel like that's a Taurus thing. I think that's an Earth thing. When you're really upset, it comes forward with force. You don't even have to scream. It just comes forward with a little bit of the elevated tone, very direct, and kind of like, I don't like this. And it's like, it almost goes through somebody. Like they feel it. If you do that, things finally start to shape up the way they should. This person needs to know you're unhappy. Because I feel like they take that seriously when you kind of look them dead in the eye and you're like, you're ticking me off, fix it now, or I'm going to get more upset next time you do this. Like, you think you don't like it now, do it again. You'll find out how much you don't like it, because I'll get worse. Because I feel like you give that impression, like, you better stop now, you better fix it now. The blessings come in, you'll be a lot happier. I don't see you, like, freaking out, like throwing dishes around the room and stuff like that. I don't see that getting that bad. I feel like people are hearing you going, oh, yeah, the Taurus isn't okay with this. Peace comes your way, more possibilities, because I feel like problem solving starts to come in. And I feel like you keep bringing that up after this, kind of like, all right, what are you doing? Well, let's think of other ways we can handle this where you don't do that. You can't seem to lock the door. Maybe we can have it so it's self-closing and self-locking. So that way, always keep your key with you, because once you walk out that door, it will lock. So even if you're going out to get the mail, make sure this, make sure that. You know what I mean? Make sure you have your key on you at all times, because once you walk out that door, it will lock. Like, we're talking about different options. But what I'm getting with you with the Seven of Cups, kind of like, you're going to keep bringing up this conversation after that, but I don't see you being angry in the future, kind of like, oh, we could do this, and all right, we can get a self-closing, self-locking door. I feel like these are options that are kind of like, I don't know if I really like that option, but I'm talking it out, and I feel like the other person doesn't like this option either, but they also realize if they keep screwing up and they don't lock the door when they leave, you might actually start seeing that as a viable option, kind of like, well, listen, if that's what I have to do to keep our stuff safe, I don't really like the idea of it, but maybe we could do that. I do see you continually bringing up conversations after this, like, just in case you backslide on that, I'm thinking of other possibilities to fix it. I do feel like this was going to go better. I feel like they don't want to screw this up again. They need to know that you're upset. And they need to feel that a little bit. Like, again, I don't see you throwing dishes and screaming and yelling and throwing yourself on the floor. When you raise your tone a little bit, you get very direct. Like, Earth tends to do that. People feel it. It's like it goes right through them, and they're like, oh, geez, that's not good. Like, they don't like that. They know that that means something. Because the more you get mad, the more you're likely to stay mad. And they don't like that. Whoever this is doesn't want you really mad at them. I do feel like the situation corrects. Things get a lot better. Things move on. I feel like this person also seems to learn a little. Kind of like, you know what? Because I feel like it lingers a little bit. They remember this moment. They know that you weren't happy. And they know that they know because you keep bringing up the conversation afterwards. I think you're going to anyway. Not in a negative way, but like you just keep reminding them, like, I'm thinking about this. I don't want that to be a problem again. So it has a very strong impact. I feel like a lot of other things might improve with this too. I feel like this person starts to take you more seriously after this. I really do. Like, they seem to be listening a little closer after this. They pay attention a little closer. Like, if I agree with the Taurus and I say that's going to be okay, I'll do that, I need to mean that. I need to actually show that I do really agree, and I am going to back that up, and I am going to do the work that proves that. They seem to, I feel like, I don't know if I want to say they take you more seriously, or like their actions seem to prove that more going forward. It seems to make better sense going forward. I feel like as this goes forward, it feels better. I feel like you're getting along better with this person. The connection with this person is better. So whatever arena that this is happening in, this connection with this person it will be improved. Again, I don't see you freaking out completely, but you're making that impression like, I am not happy. And they don't like it, so they're working to make sure that doesn't happen again. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.